Hey guys, so today I'll be showing you how we can code the word search algorithm script to search diagonally. Today we are going to be doing episode 3, which will be our final episode of how to code this, which means today we will be able to finish our script. So, let's get started. So, first thing we're going to do is going to get started in our methods class. We're going to we're going to just make some methods. So this one will be method 1 and this will be array. And we're going to do that. Then we're going to do board will be equal to that. And then we're going to do positions will be equal to another empty list. And then we're just going to run a for loop, so for x in range, put a bracket. This will be length of array, and this one will be 0. We're going to add this. Then we're going to have a really long variable here. This will be stringify. And then this will be, we're going to add a giant thing here, or a giant list. We're going to do row. Then we're going to do I plus x. And then we're going to go 1 over again. We do for I in. Oh, we're going to have to put a comma here. So for I in. Or no, it's going to be for I row in enumerate. We're going to put these brackets here. Array, right? And then we will do if 0 is less than or equal to I. And then what we will do is it's going to be 0 is less than or equal to I plus x. And then it's less than to length of row. That's going to be a huge line, but that's how it should look like. Let me just double check. We don't want to make any mistakes here. For I, comma, row, and enumerate array. Yep, okay, so this looks good. So now we will do board.append, and we will append our diagonal. Awesome. So now we will just save our positions. So positions will be equal to pretty much this whole thing over here. So we can just copy that and paste that. But what we're going to do here is we're going to get rid of this little section here. We're going to put some brackets. So this will be I plus x plus 1. And then we're going to put a comma inside this bracket. And we're going to do I plus 1. The plus 1 is so because when we count, we start at 1, 2, 3. And in Python starts at 0, 1, 2. So the plus 1 is just for ourselves. And then the rest of the thing should be the same. Then we will do positions dot append, and we will do positions, right? Oh, this will be position, no s at the end here. And we're just going to append position. Awesome. So now we will just add a return statement outside of the for loop. So we're going to return our board and also our positions. So pretty much what we can do is just copy paste this whole method a couple times, 4 times, or no, 3 times, and we should have 4 methods in total. So this will be method 2. This one will be method 3. Oh, no, I think I skipped one. Yes, I did. So this one up here will be method 2, then method 3, and then this one will be method 4. So let's go to method 2. Method 2 will be interesting. We gotta make sure we do this. We have to get rid of this 0 here. We're array, we don't want anything other than what's here, because otherwise we're gonna have some problems. So next what we will do is our diagonal will be equal to stringify, and then this will be array, and it's going to be I plus x, and we're going to add another thing here, and this will be I. And then we will do for I, and then this will be row and enumerate array, and then if 0 is less than or equal to I plus x, and is less than the length of, and this will be array. Array. Awesome. So that's that. Now we're going to go to here. This will just be I plus 1, and then this will be x plus I plus 1. And then this whole thing here will be array, and then this will just be array. So this should just match up with down here, and we can see that it does. So we're not going to change what we return. We still want to return our board and our positions. So next we're going to go to method 3. Same thing as above. We want to get rid of this 0. That 0 will cause lots of problems and they're not fun to deal with. So over here it will be array like the method above. And then it will be, let me take a look here. It will be array and then I plus x. And then over here in our second thing, we're going to do minus 1, minus 1. Or no, it's going to be minus I. Hold on. So minus 1, minus I. Then this will be for I row in enumerate array if 0 is less than or equal to I plus x and is less than the length of array. Alright. Oh, I just put an R. So we should have something like this. Then down here where it says I plus x, we will do, this will be a bit of a longer one, but this will be x plus I plus 1. Then we will put a comma, and then we're going to put another set of brackets, and this will be minus I plus the length. And then for the length, we will do array, and then array 0. And then this will just be array, and then over here we can put array. Awesome. We whizzed right through that, so now we're going to go to method 4. Method 4 is going to be a much bigger one, so this will be 4x in range length of array 0. We are going to keep this 0 this time, and we're going to go and add 1 to the length. And then what we will do is if x does not equal 0, and then we're going to just tab everything into this if statement, right? So our diagonal will be equal to stringify row, and then this one will be a bit more confusing, but this will be minus, and this will be I plus x. That's right, so we have minus bracket I plus x, closing brackets, and this will be for I row in enumerate array, and then our if statement will be if, or let's do this, if negative, and we're going to do if negative I plus x is less than, we're not going to do less than, we're going to change that to greater or equal to negative length of, let's do another set of brackets here. Oh, like that. Where does this bracket close? So length of, and this won't be row, this will be array, and this will be array 0. And we should have 1, 2 brackets, yes. So we can get rid of one of these brackets, and we should be all good. So let me double check this, because we don't want to make any mistakes, because it's going to be very hard to figure out what we did wrong. So row negative I plus x, and this will be negative I plus x is greater than or equal to negative length of array 0. Awesome. We did that correctly, and we're going to append to our board. Then over here, we will do, this one will be a long one again. This will be I plus 1, then we're going to put a comma, and then minus I plus x. And then we're going to go here, plus the length of array 0, and we're going to break out of that length, and we're going to do at plus 1, and then we will just copy down. Let me just make sure. Yep, we can just copy this if statement here. So let's go from if, and just copy this down. So if here, and we can get rid of that one bracket because we are not using a method here. Awesome. So we got that whole thing done. Now let's save all. Awesome. So now we should be on to our main method. First thing we're going to do is going to go up to the top, and now we're going to, let me see what, we're going to add another 2 inputs. So this one is going to be, we can just copy paste this 2 more times. You go here and here. So this one will be sub question. Let's get out of that. And then this one will be main question. So these questions will pretty much ask a couple like output, like if we want to output something or not. So this one will be output answers at the end, and then this one will be save answers in, and we're going to add two of these, add these, and then save in coordinate.txt, and then we can do file. We can add that space here. Yeah, we should be good. So now we have all of these inputs done. Let's move on to our actual method, or not our actual algorithm. So we're going to copy paste this whole thing. Copy pasting super duper helpful here. And we're going to go here. We're going to get rid of all of these except for one, because we're just going to build off or adjust it to our likings. So what we will do here is if ways to find equals 0, then we're going to get rid of this row. We don't need that. Position will be equal to method. This will be method 1, and this will be array, and we have to put the 1 right after the method. If we put it in here, we're going to have a lot of issues. Trust me, I was spending like 10 minutes on trying to record before, and I figured out that I put the 1 in the wrong spot, so we have to make sure we put the 1 after. Huge difference. Then our board will be equal to, let's do that here, will be equal to this, but we can just copy paste that and change this to a 0. And then reverse will be equal to false, and then our print statement can just be top left to bottom right, and then we can do this, and then do top half. Awesome. So now that we have this on, we can just copy paste this a couple more times. So 1, 2, 3. So this will be the first amount, and then we want to do another 4 more times. So we should have something like this. And we want to change this number up here to a 7, and this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to go up here, and this will be our diagonal reverse, and this will just be regular diagonal. So pretty much what we will be doing is just going around changing each of these. So from method 1 to method 2, and then this will be 3, and then this will be 4, and then we're going to do the same thing here, method 4. Let's go up 1 here to method 3, and then to method 2, and then all of these will be set to true because we will be reversing these. So we're going to do true, and true. So now we can change these print statements later. We just want to get all of our actual methods done. So this will be method 2, this will be 3, oh, no, that's 2, we want this to be 3, and then this will be 4. And then we can do the same thing here, 1, 2, this one will be 3, oh, I did 2, 3, and then this one will be 4. And then reverse will be false. And then here we can just change these to like bottom. So this one will be the bottom half. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Bottom half. Then this one over here will be top right to bottom left. And this is going to be the right half. Right half, so on the right side, and then this will be top right to bottom left. So top right, top right to bottom left, and this will be left. Awesome. So now we have all of these. We can just copy paste these into here. Nothing crazy. no point in retyping, it's the same thing. Oh, we can do that. And then let's copy this and then paste. Oh, I went to 1 over, but we can add that there. Awesome. So now we should have something that looks like this. Lots of stuff, but nothing too crazy just yet. So next what we will do is all of these 3 for loops we will keep the same. Nothing will change about them. These variables will also stay. Our word being searched will also stay the same. Our reverse method will also be the same. Nothing to change here. And then our if statement will be the same. Yep, we are good here. And then we will have if our word being searched, so we will get rid of this for loop, and we can just backspace on that. We can, first we want to append to t, so this will be, so that t dot append, we will append position, and then length of board, so length of board, and this will be I to I plus the length of word being searched, and this will be 0. So now that we have this all settled down, I did that correct. Yes, position, length of board, I to I plus length of board being searched. Awesome. So now we will just add our print statements. Our print statement will be strings where to find word plus is found at. We can get rid of this whole thing here. We don't need that anymore. Is found at x, y, because these are coordinate pairs. And then we can just do, let me see how we're going to do this. So you just pretty much copy paste this whole thing here into a string, I believe. Yep. Let me make sure we did above was correct. Yep. So now we're just going to put this into a string here. So that string over there. And then we will do, yeah, that's it. Nothing much to go from here. So we can get rid of this. No need for this column. Oh, no. Oh, we were doing the wrong thing the whole time. Okay, that's not an issue. I just realized we did that in the wrong thing. Okay, so let's just copy. I don't want to get rid of anything just yet because I think we should still be fine. I think I can just get rid of that for now. That should be able to put us ahead. Okay, so let's not panic just yet, but in our print statement we will do string where to find words. Then plus string is found at xy, and then we want to do our, oh, here it is. This is the west. We're going to do that. Oh, we don't need 2 of these strings. That makes no sense at all. Like that. And then we will do, well, we can get rid of this whole ending here, right? Do I need that plus t at the end? No, I don't believe so, but we can try it out. What will t be doing? Let's see. What do we have? We should be fine. We can test it out. This is just letting us know that we found the word. What actually matters is appending to it. So nothing to worry about just yet. So in our final list, we will append. I don't know why PyCharm did that. That's very weird. This will be words to find words in a nest in this list here. And then we will do string. And then we can just go here and do coordinates and do a plus, and then go here, and this will just be string of t0. So these will just be the coordinates. So next what we will do is we're going to add our final results. So what we will be doing now is if our sub question is equal to 1, then what we will be doing is sub question will be equal to true. Then we can start our other if statement. So if main question is equal to 1. Then what we will do is print our, hold on a minute, I gotta cut for 1 second. Okay, I'm back, just had to deal with a little thing. So far everything here is good and it functions as expected. So here we're gonna actually just do something with our inputs. So if our main question is equal to 1, we're gonna do this, and then we're going to print that the file saved as, and we can just scroll to the top, copy paste that. Let's go down here, saved as, go here, .txt, and then we can do enter. So F will be equal to open, and we will actually be opening up our thing. So we can just get rid of these brackets here, and then as, we're going to save this as a W plus. So then what we will do is for I in range, I'm going to put these brackets here, length of final list, I'm going to put these here. We're going to do f dot write, and we will do string, and then this will be final list, and this will be final list I, and out of these brackets we'll do plus, and then do dash n, and then we will do if sub question. We don't have to put equals true because Python will just check that. We will do print, and we will then from there we're going to print our string of final list I. So we're just going to print that, and then after our for loop here, let's do this f dot close, and then we can just say, we can add a print statement saying all done, program closing in 5 seconds. And then what we can do is just time dot save. So we can do 5. Oh, and one final thing I definitely forgot to do. Right above all of these if statements, we just want to print that we are done. So we're going to add a print statement here, and then we're going to print our final list, and then we will print done in, like that, and then we're going to do plus, and we will do string time dot time minus start time, and then we're going to add a plus, and then do space seconds. So now you're all probably wondering, is it all done? Well, let's just double check to make sure everything is correct. So this looks all good. Reverse true, false, board is equal to all of the right methods here. 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Awesome. This is the most important part. This is like the brains of our whole program. This looks correct. So now let's make sure we do save all, and let's run it. So over here I have a couple words: Python coding, YouTube fun, funky monkey Friday. And then over here I have our 100 by 100 grid. You can see it goes 100 and then 100. Unless you want to count all of these, free to do that. So let's go to our main and run it. So is the word search space using tab? Indeed it is. And we're going to output our answers at the end. One will be equal to true. Put answers at the end. Yes, we want to do that. And then we want to save our answers in coordinate.txt file. We want to do that true. And here it is. It's checking out everything, checking our combinations. And would you look at that? It found all of our words. Hopefully. Yes, we got Python. Okay, looks like it didn't find all of it. Oh, what did it do wrong? Hey guys, so good news. I figured out the issue, and let's just say it was something really hard to spot, but like it makes me facepalm. So over here, when I was doing my coding, I put double equals. I put 2 equals, which is super annoying because it won't actually reverse the word. So I gotta make sure we do that. So because we copied it, we also have to go down here and make sure it's only, where is it? Where's this reverse? I already changed it, but before it was it was double because we want to do 1 equals. So now when we run it, it will, the moment we've been all waiting for, it works and it finds every single word. And what's really cool is it actually found fun in like it found fun 3 times. One of them is because it finds fun and funky, which is quite cool. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something. You probably learned something new, right? Because it's quite cool, right? Now you don't have to actually solve a word search. You just get this cool fancy Python program to do it. And in the next series, we're going to be coding a trading bot. So make sure you stick around for that. And if you enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe. And I'll see you till then.